Torna, the Golden Country. Yes, okay. So this is kind of a test stream. Right now I think I'm streaming to an empty room, which is fine. I am planning on streaming Xenoblade Chronicles 3 when it comes out the end of this month, at the end of July. And I thought I would do, I don't know, just try doing a test just to see how things go. And as of right now, it seems to me like this is working. Like I said, I'm streaming to an empty room, so there's no one here to confirm that this is working, but that's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and do it. Okay, so what I'm playing today is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC, the DLC from the expansion pack, which is called Torna, the Golden Country. As you can see, Torna, the Golden Country. It is something of a prequel to Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and what I will say going in is that if you're not previously familiar with the world and setting of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, then, I don't know, this game doesn't explain its lore all that well, and also, it's something of a spoiler for the main game, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, because Torna the Golden Country deals with the backstory of certain key characters from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and explains, where they came from, what they were up to. It expands on flashbacks that are in the main game. So this game is not really designed to be played before Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but it's it's actually released as a standalone game, so you can play it on its own. Anyway, let's get to it. Pre-existing save. Yeah, I'm gonna overwrite my existing save, and we'll do normal. Okay. So, I think I want a little bit more of the game audio. Nintendo.
The year was 3564. The 107th Indoline Praetor, Rhodalis, had sent an armed expedition against the country of Sia. Its capital, Amranta, fell overnight and sank beneath the clouds.
I do like this art. It kind of reminds me
of the Titan.
What does it remind me of?
The destruction
Castle in the
of
Sky,
Sia
like the beginning of
shocked
Castle
all
in the
the
Sky.
nations of all rest. Officially, the act was attributed to a military alliance led chiefly by Indol and the emerging power of Mor Ardain. In fact, it had been the work of one blade, the Aegis, a man known as Malos. Said to be the architect's word incarnate. Back then, neither Laura nor myself knew how closely his fate would prove to be tied with ours in the days to come.
There he is. Here's our boy.
Eager to die? Then allow me to assist.
And here's our characters, our pro tags, as it were. Hell yes. Oh, I love these guys. I don't know, it feels more colorful to me than the base game. I don't know if that's actually true, but it does feel to me like, I don't know, this world design is more colorful.
There's no end to them.
And it's not just the Vulcan Ferris. Even the Belufo's caught up in it.
Even the Belufo. God, when even the Belufo's caught up in it, you know it's bad.
Laura, can you smell it?
Oh, it stinks like...
Stinks. Big boy. Ugly guy.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Ah, yes.
Blood. It's driving them crazy.
I love the music so much. Yeah, this is one of the pieces of music that is not from the base game. It's specific to the DLC. Alright, okay. Cursed Bluefoo. Okay. approach an enemy and press R to target them. If an enemy target, press A to draw weapons. Character with a weapon drawn will auto-attack. Pretty basic, same as the previous game.
All right, follow my lead.
I won't enjoy this.
With every auto-attack hit, your art gauges will fill up. Yeah, I played this game before, so I'm familiar with the combat, but I just finished a complete playthrough of the base game, Xenoblade 2, which has a slightly different combat scheme in it. So yeah, with every auto-attack hit, your art gauges will fill up. So it's called arts reach. Gauge full, press the corresponding button. The art. Okay. Alright. Auto-attack. Alright, if you use an art at the precise moment an auto attack connects, you can cancel it. Yeah. Okay. Cancel it into specials too. I haven't been explained yet, but that's fine. So cancel charge a special gauge. I know this. A team is composed of a driver and their blades, the level, the XP, and strength. Ether, agility, dexterity, and luck stats are common to all members of a team. Yeah, this is one of those things that's a little bit more streamlined compared to Xenoblade 2. My senses are heightened. I forgot how to switch between Laura and Jin. I know I can, I just don't remember how.
My senses are heightened.
Yeah, we got this.
We got this. Yeah, I feel like the combat in this game early on is super slow. I know that among hardcore Xenoblade fans, if you say that, they get really huffy about it and defensive, but I'm a hardcore Xenoblade fan, and I am willing to admit that the combat in this game by default is really slow, and you need to do all kinds of things to speed it up. So, in battle on teams, split between Vanguard and Rearguard. Vanguard is the attacker, while the Rearguard takes the you directly control the Vanguard, the Rearguard will attack and apply buffs like that. Okay. Yeah, I know. These level 1 unique enemies.
Don't overdo
There we
it.
go.
Now the
I wasn't doing auto attack.
I feel unstoppable.
Now that's
Jubal Ferris. My name is Jubal Ferris. Oh, I am dying. Maybe I should have played this on easy. I'm going to do it while I'm streaming. Once the rearguard gauge fills up in battle, you can switch by pressing up or down. Okay, yeah. When you trigger a Vanguard switch, the rearguard will move up to trade places with the yeah. Ooh, switch arts, I really forgot about those. On the Nintendo Switch. After the switch, the new Vanguard's art gauges will be full. Yeah, okay, that's okay. So
You'll answer to me.
Try this on the side.
More honed with each day.
Yeah, that one blew me
oh,
away.
they filled up my HP when I leveled up. That's good, because I was on the verge of dying. Which would not have been an auspicious beginning to this stream. Special's a move that uses corporate. Yeah. Okay, using arts will charge a special gauge. Yeah, so all of this is the same as the base game. I do feel like, I know some people say they like the combat in this game a lot better than the combat in the base game. I personally don't feel that way, because I feel like the combat in this is a lot more, well, it's streamlined, and I think the complexity of the combat is like a feature and a bug. It's one of the most distinctive things about this game's combat system is that it has this sort of MMO complexity and also a lot of customization to it.
Answer to me.
There's obviously a lot less customization in this DLC. You can charge this fish. Yeah. Oh, free special gauge top up. Admire Laura and Jin's flawless coordination. Let's do that.
Try this on the side.
Ice revolution.
Okay, yeah, I just wasted that on a level 3 special. Okay. Alright, well, I'm sure we'll get to level 4 again. Wait, is it not going down until I do a level 4? Criminy. Alright. Suppose we'll have to build it back up. Oh, damn. That's brutal. That's on me. Yeah, playing the game and speaking with the screen at the same time, not necessarily a skill that I've developed particularly well, but, then again, that's another reason to do this like trial run before I actually, do the quote-unquote real streaming project, which is stream all of Xenoblade 3, which is a very large game and a very large community. Oh, well, I assume it's a very large game. I haven't played it, obviously, it's not out yet, but I assume it will be a very large game and a very large community. Wow, I am. Oh, okay. Yeah, it had mercy on me. I do wish I'd gotten to see that level 4 special, though. Yeah, I said before that the combat here is a lot less customizable than in the main game, which is, I said obviously, and that's not obvious if you've never played these games. In the main game, the blades, the sort of partner warrior characters that your human protag has, are gotten through like a gacha system, whereas here you just have, you're assigned
We've got room for improvement.
Of what?
This fighting style. It magnifies our strength, sure.
I like how there's like
but
a
it leaves
universe
us wide
justification for why the fighting
open.
style
The sword
is different.
is in my hand. You're left defenseless.
What? You won't keep me safe?
Huh?
Adjusting my microphone.
I'll keep you safe always.
I'll keep you safe.
They're so
always. You still remember that?
I've thought about it. Every day for these 17 years. I'll never forget it. The day you set me free from
Oh
a
yeah, I
life of
probably should have had
misery.
like some kind of content warning, because there's some child abuse content in this game that's pretty.
I see.
I don't know. It's just kind of intense. Not like graphic or I don't know, spousal abuse too. I guess it's not like tremendously graphic, but it's pretty horrifying in its way. Feature the compass. Number gives the distance to the objective. Yep. Environmental info, weather and time. Minimap. Current objective window. This explains what I should be doing right now. New tips have been added. Now, a piece of important advice. Did you see that notification that said new tips have been added? In this game, you can check previous tutorials. Whoa! Yeah, that is a feature that is missing from the base game, which makes it one thing that even the most hardcore Xenoblade fans are not defensive about when it comes to Xenoblade 2 is how god-awful that game's tutorials are, because A, they're really vague, and B, you can't recheck them after you've seen them. Whereas this, it's telling me that in this game you can do that. I don't know why they didn't patch that into to previous games. Current objective: find your way out of the Lazaria woodland. All right. Oh, already. Let me walk. Okay, it's a landmark. Locations, landmarks, and secret areas. You can instantly travel. Yeah, fast travel. New tips have been added. All right. Let's get this rash wolf.
These guys should be no problem.
These guys should be no problem.
More trouble?
Lord, another rash wolf.
I feel you.
Yeah, you've got this.
We got this. Okay.
Laura, let's switch.
Try this on the side.
Yeah, I as I recall, the combat speeds up a bit as you go on. I think right now it's custom.
Poor Joe.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've
More honed
played this
each
game,
day.
so I don't really remember the finer points of the combat and how it differs from Xenoblade 2. But it does differ. Yeah, the most notable way. The most notable way it differs is that you can switch between the driver and the blade, which, I mean, that's an aspect of this game's lore that isn't explained at all in this game. So drivers are like human beings, blades are like, I mean, the crass way of putting it is like they're human versions of Pokemon. They're like collectible warrior spirit weapon people. Yeah. Anyhow, well, let me dive into the pause menu. Okay, so we have characters. Team Laura. We've got Laura and Jin. Let's talk about customization here. Use WP to strengthen arts. Okay, I've got 2 arts now. That's good. And I can... Yeah, I like the... I have enough WP to what I don't even know, weapon points. That's what that is. Yeah, weapon points to upgrade one of these. I'm going to upgrade Hungry Snake, and the reason I'm going to do that is A, because it gives me a small HP potion, which means I have healing. Healing is always at a premium in this game, I feel like. And also because you see that reaction break.
I'm
break
getting
is a
sharper,
good-
keener.
Getting sharper, keener. Yeah, break lets you initiate combos, which is good. SP to enhance characters' abilities. I could. Sure, increase agility.
This is how I'll protect you all.
Sure it is. Accessories. Oh. Okay. Blazing braid. Nice. Pouch setup. I don't have any pouch items. Okay, so let's talk about Jen. Enhance arts. Yeah, chill stroke, snow blast. Yeah, so this does not have any reaction, which means reaction it says none. So break initiates a combo. The next stage in that combo would be topple, but I don't have anyone with topple arts yet. We'll get other party members. Which one of these am I going to update? I'll do chill stroke.
This power is for you.
This power is for you. Core chips, don't have any of those. Affinity chart. Oh yeah, blade affinity. I feel like yeah, this is one of those things that makes less sense in this game than it does in the main game. But I don't know. And aux cores, we don't have any of those. Okay, so quest log. Got no quests. Question mark. Item list system. I love the little art of Jin writing in his diary. Yeah, in the main game, it's Rex, the protagonist of that game, who writes in his diary or whatever, and that's cute as well. All right, let's take out Fane Blufo.
All right, follow my lead.
Follow my
Laura,
lead.
stay close.
Come on. Come on. Okay, yep, had to get in auto attack. Powerful thorns.
Catch. I feel you.
Yeah, we got
Ooh,
this.
that's cool. Although, ooh, how do we go? Oh, it launched itself. Yeah.
Laura, let's switch.
Try this on the side. I like the way this is going.
Yeah, it's interesting how they narratively justify the combat differences. I guess it makes sense. I guess. What are you doing, Laura? What are you doing?
Think you can keep
Yeah, I do
up,
like
Laura?
Laura's whip.
Don't be so reckless.
I'm not done here.
Not
Chill
done?
stroke.
Yeah, I wish I could
Back
find
into
like
the fray.
something really
I fight for my
like
friends.
hardy to take on that would give us enough time to build up affinity and get that level 4 special. Okay, that's gonna be my goal for this stream. Is to do a level 4 special like the way I was supposed to.
Spoiling for a fight. Happy
Oh,
to
actually, you know
oblige.
the way I
This
can do
is
that
less
is like
than
taking
tenable.
on multiple enemies.
Turn that frown
let's
upside down.
take on this Magro quad real quick as well. Let's bring you into the fray. Okay, let's go.
No trouble?
I feel
Trouble?
You read my mind. Heart of thorns!
It's my turn.
You're doing well.
Ha, I
Try
concur.
this off the sides.
All right.
Blast.
Back to Rashford. Yeah, this isn't gonna do it. I'm gonna need
Take this!
more foes. More foes.
Hail strike.
You're right. We'll have other opportunities.
I like the way this is going.
Ha, chill stroke.
Chill stroke.
You'll watch my back, right, Jim?
Catch. Rest in peace. My senses are heightened.
You read my mind.
I do like the little post. I always like the post battle dialogue where they chat with one. Ooh,
Uh-oh. I
got
think
an
we've been
ambush.
spotted.
all right. Let's see if I can make this work. I'll bring this Blufo, Fane Blufo, into the combat.
I feel you.
You read my mind. You trouble?
All right. So what we need to do to get a level 4 special gun
Heart of thorns!
is we need to fill a special up to level 3 by doing
You read my mind.
by spamming arts.
Try this
Ooh,
off
I
the
got
sides.
topple. How did I get topple?
Take
I don't
this!
need topple arts.
Perfect sync!
Snow Black.
Yeah, this is where I expose that I don't have the fullest grasp on how this combat works. I mean, there are like some of the YouTubers who talk about this game have a much more sophisticated understanding of the Xenoblade combat than I do, and have this like sneering contempt for people who don't understand it as well as they do. But in my case, I just kind of go along to get along. Oh, yes! Level 4 special. Let's go.
I need your help here.
Hell yeah.
We're stronger still. Good. I'm with you.
Good. I'm with you.
Excellent. Midnight Sun.
Midnight Sun. Yes. I got my level 4 special. That's good. Okay. I wonder, I think it might be different if you... Oh, yeah, you can switch out of combat. That's cool, too. That's cute. I think I'm going to walk around as Jin for a while. Yeah, I think that... I wonder... I don't remember if there's different level 4 specials depending on which character's in the lead. So I'm going to try a couple different combos. Yeah, we can ignore you for now. I got my level 4 special. I got what I wanted. I love the environments in this game. Monolith Soft, who makes this game, they help out with a lot of the more open-worldy type Nintendo projects. Nintendo will like contract out for them to do development on. I think Skyward Sword they did, but the sort of big marquee title that they worked on was Breath of the Wild. They help with the open world in Breath of the Wild, which is pretty good. Oh hey, Rat's here. Hi Rat. How you doing, Rat? Oh, poor little boy. Poor little
What
Mikhail.
happened? Are you alone?
Looks like the only survivor.
Poor boy. Poor boy.
These burn patterns don't look like Malice's handiwork. Must have been humans.
I know that Rat is a Kingdom
Looting
Hearts
and
fan.
pillaging while the world burns.
And so, yeah, Jin is
Hey, it's
basically a
okay.
Kingdom Hearts character that's
Would
been
you like
imported.
to come with us?
At least by design, in terms of design.
You don't have to worry, really. We're all good people. Promise.
Yeah, a lot of the characters in this game are designed by Tetsuya Nomura, who is the dude behind Kingdom Hearts.
Can you walk?
Because this game focuses on the backstory of,
You can.
spoilers, the villain
going.
characters in Xenoblade 2. We're now seeing them when they were true heroes. Jin is a major antagonist in Xenoblade 2, and this is his backstory.
And your family?
And
Were they
Mikhail is
there with
also
you?
an antagonist,
Should we go
but
back and...
Mikhail.
when he's a grown up.
My name is Mikhail.
Oh, right. I'm Laura. And he's...
I don't have a family.
Poor boy.
I was sold to this village from Estem. So I'm all alone.
One thing that's
I see.
bad about these games is there's so much hair clipping. There's so much of like the
Right
hair
then.
clipping through the clothing.
Starting today, we're going to be your new family.
And based on the trailers for
We'll take you
Xenoblade
back to
3,
our
it does not
friends
seem
and
like Xenoblade
you
3 is
people-
going to.
You're strangers. You don't
Going to stop
have
that.
to pretend to care.
You don't beat around the bush, do you? He's gonna be a handful, this one. Though really, I was just the same once. Very well. Friends first then, not family. How's that sound?
Laura,
What's up?
I'll scout the area. Look after him.
Oh, of course. Be careful. And Jin.
I know.
I know. Yes. We must wear our Gundam mask. Oh, hey. Lewis is here too. I just assumed I was streaming to an empty room, so, which is fine.
What was that you said, Baldric?
The Cian capital of Omrantha has
What was
fallen.
that?
Rather, it was annihilated. Crater Redalis.
I think Siri chimed in.
So it has come to pass after all.
Respectfully, you aren't much of an actor, Eminence.
It's a diss
It
on the voice
appears
actor.
you were not surprised at all. We heard disturbing rumors circling among the Magisters. Amalthus, whom you recently elevated to Quester?
Amalthus.
People wonder if this calamity has anything to do with that man's blade. With such extraordinary power. Is it really wise to,
No matter whose
guy's
power
like the,
affected it, it is sure to serve the greater
He's like
glory
a
of
blue
Indol.
fantasy pope, basically.
The
You could probably
architect will
pick up on
surely be
that
pleased.
from his design.
Eminence, do you believe it can be controlled?
If it cannot, I will let him take the blame. I have spoken. Thank you for your report, Magister Baldric. You may return to your duties.
I love when there's like a cryptic cutscene where they're like, we're not going to tell you anything about what this has to do with anything. Let's just get back to it now. Okay. This looks like a good spot to set up camp. Yeah. What do you... I should be able to get my hand... Oh, I should be reading... That's what I should be doing. That's what streamers do, right? Is read the text. Read the unvoiced text. Let's see now. I should be able to get my hands on a few choice ingredients around here. If we can find some Tornan trout, deviled onions, and sour avocados, I could stew them together. I love the names of the items. Yes. You like trout, Stralu, don't, right? It's absolutely divine. You'll join us for a bite to eat, won't you, Mikhail? I guess. Perfect. Then let's set to work and hunt those ingredients. All three of those things should be easy to come by around here. No need to travel off the beaten path. My Laura voice sounds like sounds like Neil Ciceriga's Harry Potter voice from the Potter Puppet Pals. Yes, Team Laura. Okay. Yeah, I love the names of the collectibles in this game. Sour avocado is a good one. What you're looking at right now is a collection point. Check here to uncover collectible items. You'll find collection points all over all rest, and each area will have its own selection of items. Okay, yeah. I know all this. You don't care about this if you're watching this too. Porton Village. Okay, cool. So let's see what we got.
Aren't we intrepid?
Deviled onion. 2 deviled onions. Okay, so my current objective, search in the vicinity of the campsite for Tornan trout. And deviled onion, I got my one, and I need sour avocado. Okay, see you, Rat. Thank you for joining.
This is becoming addictive.
Yeah, okay, so in this game it tells you like what kind... Oh, sour avocado, got those. It tells you like what kind of collectibles you're going to get at each collection point. In the base game, it just like, it's a total crapshoot. You just see these little... Oh, it tells me this is a fish one. Okay.
Aren't
Yeah,
we
there's a whole lot of... Tornan trout. Got my Tornan trout. There's a whole lot of like quality of life improvements in this side game too, which is cool. Okay, so now I gotta go back and go to the campsite. Okay. Right, we've got our ingredients. Fire's nice and toasty. I think we're all set for the night. Jin, would you mind making a start on the cooking? I'll get right to it. The blade's doing the cooking. Got a problem with that? Better Jin than me. If I were in charge, I'd probably end up losing a limb peeling the veggies. It's not all one-sided, though. Laura has her own talents, like making charms. That I could never do. Right, we make up for each other's strengths and weaknesses. Blade or driver, no one has to shoulder all the burden. Okay, I'm gonna make a start on the trout stralu. It won't take long. I don't know what stralu is. I never had stralu. Is that a real food item or is it a fantasy gobbledygook? Alright, anyhow. Okay, rest till morning, craft, and chat. Let's craft. I love these little chibi artworks. It's so good. Okay, craft patch items.
Let's get down to business.
Let's get down to business. Yeah, I don't have enough stuff to make that stuff, so... Oh, wait.
Let's get down to business.
Burly charm. Yeah, all these are different items that you can equip See, okay, let's look at some of these item... So, the charms that are listed under the item list, those are pretty straightforward. Nothing like crazy there, just video game nonsense. But if you look at the items required and you see the names of the collectibles that you can find, some of these are really good, like Cotton Branch, Star Maple, Rare Stone. Okay, that's pretty good. Corkscrew Creeper, that's a type of wood. Vibrant Flemmy Wing, and Polar Pearl. Puzzle Tree Wood, Confusion Ivy. I love Confusion Ivy. That's a really good one. Aspar Snake Meat, and there's a flower called Shepherd's Purse. That's kind of cute. Vinegar Leaf, Panda Pansy, and Bat Hinge. Bat Hinge is good. That's like I guess that must be a mechanical component because it's denoted by a screw. And then Muscle Branch, Camel Mane, and High Vis Wire. That's a weird way to spell the word camel. Camel is, I think it's pronounced like camel, but it's like spelled like Mark Hamill. Anyway,
I know it'll be worth the wait.
Yeah, let's make food. Survivalist sandwich, like meaty carrot. That's another good one. Meaty carrot. Yeah, that's what this stream is going to be from now on. It's just me reading out the names of collectibles. So, Lucky Lettuce is a good one. Ferris Beast Meat. Creeping Star Pepper. Ooh, Star Pepper. That's a pretty good one. That sounds like I don't know if it's a Pokemon, but it sounds like I don't know. It sounds like an anime character or something. Barbed Tomato. Nest Extract. Ruby Pineapple. That sounds like a person's name. Like, live from NPR Washington, this is Ruby Pineapple. Torna Trout, Deviled Onion, Sour Avocado. Yeah, this is the one I'm gonna make, but Glossy Chamomile, Platinum Shroom, Mintfish. That's a Pokemon. Ever I heard one.
It came together nicely.
Yes. One of the weird things about this game that I don't really understand is why, like if you look at their faces or their hair, like you get a little color bleed outside of the shape of the face. It's very strange. I don't know. The base game does not have that. But this does, and I don't really know why. Looks kind of goofy to me.
That blade, Malos. He didn't do that, did he?
The towns raised by the Aegis were completely obliterated. I plan to inform the mercenaries of this.
How could a person do something so awful?
Anyway, you should rest now. We should be able to meet up with Hayes tomorrow.
Hayes. Rutherford
yes.
B. Hayes.
I wonder if she's found any leads on Mother. I hope so, anyway.
I'll prepare food, then rest up.
Oh,
Hayes is out looking for Mother
that's
because
kind of
she's
you.
a fan of
Thanks.
Japanese RPGs. Torn of the Golden Country says localize Mother 3. That really hit the spot. You know, I really can't think of anything better than waking up to Jin's cooking. Scrumptious. You scarf that down quick. Want seconds? Aw, he hiding. Mikhail, relax. He's not gonna bite you. Don't let the whole moody thing fool you. He's genuinely concerned about you. Moody thing? Look, if there's anything you need, just tell us, all right? No, I'm fine, really. Okay, I hear you. Listen, I know Jin can seem a bit scary, but he's really very gentle. You'll get used to him. I do wonder why, like, what determines which scenes get voiced and like, cutscened out and which ones are done this way. I mean, I get the feeling it must be that, like, scenes that are done in this manner must be later additions to the game, where it's like, yeah, we'll fill in the gaps with them talking about, like, connecting the like story scenes to the gameplay scenes by saying, all right, this is how we get from the scene where they're talking about meeting one another to the top scene where they're talking about needing a sour avocado or whatever. Fitley can't be far now, where we're meeting up with Hayes. Yeah, that's right. There's still a way to go, but if we keep to the road, it won't take long. All right. Certain places allow you to make camp, yada yada, use bonus EXP to level. So, yeah, okay. When entering a new area, it's worth scouting out the next campsite first, if you say so. Crafting. Yep, as you're completing. You can obtain more recipes to expand your crafting repertoire by completing quests or reading treasure troves. Pouch items, all this stuff. Okay, and all that. Yeah, I never. I think there was dialogue here that I didn't get. Yeah, chat. Laura, about that battle earlier. I know, right? We were phenomenal. You're trying to do too much. Oh, what? I thought you were going to praise me. I'm only trying to draw out your full power, Jin. You know that. That's fine, and I appreciate it. What I'm saying is, please don't put yourself at risk, Laura. We've been together a long time, haven't we, Jin? Ever since I touched your core crystal as a little girl, and we became bonded forever as driver and blade. Yeah. It's a bond closer than blood, I think. That's part of the reason why I want to help you too, see you grow and be there for you. That's beautiful, Laura, but you're a driver and I'm a blade. Blades protect their drivers in a fight. It's the natural order of things. Especially since we don't need to worry about being wounded, as long as the core crystal stays intact. Well, I, on the other hand, am just a human. When a driver dies, their blades return to their cores. That's what you want me to be. That's why you want me to be more careful. Right? Exactly. Right, I get it. Well, it's not like I want to make you anxious in the middle of a fight. Okay, I promise not to overdo it, and if things start looking bad, I'll be sure to switch out for you. That would be great, thanks. Yeah, okay, this is all very interesting dialogue. Oh, okay, so one thing that if you're watching this, if you're on the stream or if you're watching it on the VOD, and you haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, then you probably don't understand what's going on with drivers and blades. So I'm going to take this time while we're here at the camp to explain drivers and blades, because the game, Torna the Golden Country, does not explain it. Okay, so in this world, in the world of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, there are humans and other species like the fantasy blue people we saw earlier, and there are monsters and things like that, and there are also these people called blades, and the blades are born from core crystals. So core crystals are little blue crystals that you find around in the world, and you touch it and you resonate with it. And if you have the driver potential, which is kind of like if you have the Force, if you're a Jedi, some people don't have it, but if you do have it and you touch the crystal, then a blade springs forth from the crystal. The blade being like the human embodiment of a weapon. So Jin has like a sword that he's like the embodiment of. And he also has in his forehead, you can't see it right now because he's wearing a mask, but in his forehead he has like this little blue crystal, and that's the crystal he was born from. It's kind of like the gems in Steven Universe, if you ever watched Steven Universe, where they are the human embodiment of their gems, and actually it's a lot like Steven Universe because they have the gem weapon as well. Huh. I never thought about that. Anyhow, so blades can't die unless the human driver who awakened them dies, and when the human dies, so when Laura dies, then what's supposed to happen is that the blade returns to their core crystal. They die out as well, and then another person can resonate with that core crystal later, and they'll get the same blade, but the blade will be like a fresh instance of the blade. They'll have no prior memory. So Jin, and this is kind of borne out a little bit more in both this game and in the main game, Jin had a driver before Laura, had a whole life where he was someone else's warrior blade, had roughly the same personality, roughly the same, general vibe and skills. But then I think his previous driver was someone named Ornelia. But then when Ornelia died, Jin returned to his core crystal and was basically reborn as a completely new Jin when Laura resonated with him. So that is what blades are. Most blades are a blade can look like anything. They can be like animals or weird ghosts or weird all kinds of weird looking characters. For instance, one of the things, if you know Xenoblade 2 from the internet, then the one thing you probably know about it is that it has a lot of weird highly sexualized female characters, and all of those characters are blades, many of which were designed by people other than the core design staff of Monolith Soft. So they would bring someone in and say, all right, why don't you design a couple of blades? And what those blades are that there's a couple of those are main characters, like Pyra and Mythra, who are also in Super Smash Brothers, are known for having weirdly sexualized designs as well. But like the big like one that was talked about on blogs and shit when Xenoblade 2 first came out was Dahlia, who is like an ice bunny lady with like just utterly ridiculously large breasts and looks naked, and it was a very strange character who was, not designed by one of the main designers. It was just like a guest designer who came in, and there's a lot of other like weirdly sexualized Blade character designs. So that was like a big point of contention about this game when it first came out, and not about this game specifically, more about the base game. The thing in the main game is like you have a few different blades that are crucial to the story, like Pyra and Mythra, who are the protagonist's primary blade in the story. But the rest of the blades, you just get them through like a gacha system, by which I mean like you find these items in the world called core crystals, and then when you resonate with one, there's a random chance that you're gonna pull. Like it's almost like a mobile game where you'll get common blades usually, but then sometimes you'll pull a rare blade, and it'll be one of the like specially designed blades that's like got a personality and got like a name and things like that. So I think that's everything you need to know about blades. It's probably more than you need to know about blades. In fact, you probably don't need to know anything about blades. You'll probably be fine. You just need to know, it is actually fairly important to this game to know that like when that Jin is going to be alive for as long as Laura's alive, and then when Laura dies, Jin dies as well. I don't know, like, just in case you're ever interested in playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the full base game, I'm not going to spoil, like, how that situation gets complicated and stuff like that. But, yeah, just know that that's kind of the background assumption, is that blades are tied to the human who awakened them and then will die. That's more explanation that was probably necessary. The other thing about the world that the game doesn't explain, so while we're sitting here at this fireside, just kind of staring into the fire, I will explain the basic geography of the world of All Rest, which is where this game takes place, which I'm not actually literally going to explain all of the geography, but Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Torna the Golden Country take place in a place called All Rest, which is a gigantic sea of clouds in which there are roaming around a bunch of living beings called Titans, large living beings called Titans, and the Titans are so big that they have entire ecosystems on their bodies. So right now, everything we've done so far in this game is set on the body of a Titan, and one of the Titans, called Torna, is one of the main narrative concerns of this game. That there's a Titan called Torna. The title of this game is Torna the Golden Country, and Torna, by the time of the base game, is no longer existent. And at this point, Torna does exist. So that is my explanation of the lore that this game presumes you know, because it is designed to be played after you've played Xenoblade Chronicles 2. The final thing I'm going to explain before I go on and get some of that dialogue is that when I say Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and when I say Xenoblade 2, those are the same thing. There is not a series called Xenoblade and then a spin-off series called Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles is just the name of that series in the West, and in Japan it's just Xenoblade. And so sometimes I'll just say Xenoblade 2 because I don't feel like pronouncing the word Chronicles, despite the fact that I have just pronounced many words of dry lore explanation. Anyhow, let's see some more dialogue. I really hope we'll be able to join up with Hayes soon. It isn't far to Feltley now. In fact, we should be there in no time, as long as we stick to the path. I wonder what Hayes will think of Mikhail when she sees him. It'll be interesting, that's for sure. Don't worry, Mikhail. Hayes is one of the loveliest people I've ever met. I'll be fine. Okay, we've exhausted all dialogue. And then is there anything else I can craft? Probably not. And then we can rest until morning. And if I had bonus XP, I could level up Laura, but I don't have any bonus XP. Or I don't have enough to level Laura up. So we just get this lovely, calming, musical thing. And then we move on.